in today's video I would like to share my opinion and the review about the Rimmel Natural Bronzer, and I'm also going to include a little mini tutorial how you can apply it and how you can also apply bronzer in general. My name is Melissa van Dijk, I'm a professional makeup artist, and let's get started. So with the natural bronzer from Rimmel, it's a drugstore product and you can also find it for an affordable price at the drugstore, which is great. And when we are having a closer look when it comes to the packaging, it comes with a plastic lid, and then in general it has a really big pan, which is great because when you're going to apply your bronzer you just wanted to have a flawless finish. So you can dig in with any brush you like and just swirl it around, which is great. But just imagine that if it would have been in a smaller compact, then it would be a little bit trickier to use also a bigger brush in it, which I personally really love. And I have already some experience with the Rimmel powder products that are coming into a similar pan than this one, and I really love them. So I'm going to give it a try and we will see together how it applies and also how nicely it applies also on the face to the general finish. And I also wanted to point out that I'm doing live streams on my YouTube channel, and these are all educational makeup tutorials. So if you're struggling with any steps or with your makeup in general, then you're welcome to join my live streams on Sundays, because this is where I will interact with you directly to help you out with any problems. So you're welcome to check out my YouTube channel, and also the information will be down below in the description box. And now we can start off with the little mini tutorial. So what I already noticed as I first tried it out is that this isn't a powdery bronzer. I mean, it's still a powder, but sometimes you have powders that are really powdery and drier, but this one is a little bit more into a wet powder, which means that if you're going to apply it, it will sink a little bit more into your skin and also with the foundation in general, so it won't layer on top of it, like as powder normally can sit on the skin, then it looks strange and it looks like too over powdered. This one just melts in with the skin, which is beautiful, so that you have a nice finish. And also what I noticed is that please also make sure that you're always putting the lid on top of it so that it won't dry out, because I guess that if you're going to forget to put the lid on top, then it can get drier and the finish won't be the same, which is really important. So now when it comes to the application, I'm going to use a big face brush, which I said before, then you can swirl it around and you won't have any issues with it, and then we still can apply it very flawlessly and also nicely on the skin. So what I would recommend doing is, because this one has a really nice payoff, which means that it will add kind of a lot of color to your face, is that you're going to start off with a little bit at first, which means that we are going to swirl it around a tiny bit at first before we are going to apply too much, because you always can build it up, you always can add a bit more color and also more warmth to your face, but just start slowly so that you always can build it up and you are able to control the amount of product you are using. And we are going to start on the top of the cheeks, and I'm just going to swirl it around very softly and light-handed in circular motions. And I'm going to start off with a little bit and I'm going to add more while I'm applying it. So I'm just making sure that I'm not applying it too much, and this is where I always like to recommend that just make sure that it's not too orange, because sometimes a bronzer can look too orange for some people and then it won't look as natural anymore. And just make sure that you're applying it also in natural lighting so that you're able to see what it will look like if you're going out of the door, so that it won't look like strange or over the top, but still very natural looking. So starting off with this part. So I have a larger mirror in front of me and the little one, just that I'm able to see and also control the amount what I'm going to apply. And also on top of my forehead, on the side of my forehead, and I'm bringing it from the outer part from my forehead towards the midsection of my forehead, but very light-handed. Also don't forget your hairline, so that you will blend it in with your hairline. Otherwise it can also give you a strange line in between. So what I really like about the product is, when it comes to the natural bronzer, is that it won't fluff everywhere. So because it's a little bit more of a reddish bronzer, it just will stick to the area where you're actually going to apply it. So you don't have to bother about applying it to certain areas where it will fluff away, and you will have it, for example, underneath your cheeks instead of on top of your cheeks, which is really nice. So you are going to direct where the product is going to be, and then you just can fluff it out and basically apply it very nicely. And it also melts into the skin and into the foundation, which is great, so it won't layer on top. It really will melt in with the rest of your makeup that you have already applied, which is basically what everyone wants, because this just will give you a flawless finish. So if you have asked you what's the difference between contour and bronzer, then you can also check out this video right here on the top, because this is where I basically went into details and show people the difference between how you should apply bronzer and how you should apply contour, because there is a huge difference and it also will give you a different finish. Now when it comes to the Rimmel Natural Bronzer itself, I personally really like the bronzer because it won't set like on top. It's basically melting in with the skin, because that's what we all want. We don't want to like make it visible that we are having a few layers on. I mean, I have applied my foundation, powder, and now bronzer on top. Sometimes it can look too powdery depending on the bronzer or the product that you're using, basically when it's powder in general. But with this one, because it's more like a wettish powdery formula, I personally really like that it melts into the skin, that it blends really nicely, and that you are able to build it up. So you are going to start with a little bit, making sure that it's not too orange for yourself and checking it in natural lighting, and then you are able to build it up yourself as you personally feel, and it will warm up your face. So I definitely would recommend this product to you if you're looking for a drugstore version, and it's also a natural bronzer from Rimmel. So this is basically how I feel about the Rimmel Natural Bronzer. And also don't forget that you can check in every Sunday, because I'm doing my live streams and it's all about the makeup application. And if you have any problems or struggle with any steps of your makeup application, you are welcome to join the live stream and we can interact, and I can help you out directly while I'm doing the live stream itself. So you're always welcome to leave a comment down below. Don't be afraid, I'm here to help you out. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye!